Howdy! I decided to do a second video talking about the channel analytics. Reason I'm doing that is because when I did the first one, which was 2 weeks ago, my friend Evelyn said it'd be interesting to see what some of the other analytics were. And I decided, you know what, why not? Let's do this thing. So I want to tell you how you can do it if this is something you want to take a look at. And then I'm going to tell you what my numbers show. And it is very interesting and a little disturbing. But first, let me tell you what you do. And remember, I don't know how to show that extra picture. I might have to ask my friend Peter one day how to do that so that I can actually show you while I'm doing it. But it's better this way, at least for now. So what you do first is you go into YouTube Studio. And y'all know how that is. You just go into YouTube Studio. And over on the left, you will see something that says Analytics. So you click on Analytics. And you see some information. If you've ever been there before, you've seen that bit of information. But if you look to the right side, near the top, you will see this little arrow. You will see 7 days previous to whatever day that you're on now. And then there's this little arrow there. And if you click on that little arrow, it will give you ranges that you can look at. Now, it's automatically set for 7. But you can look at 28 days. You can look at 90 days. You can look at 365 days, or you can look at lifetime. I decided to go lifetime because, you know what, you go big or you go home. I figured that's the way, I wanted to do it. After all, I've got almost as many subscribers as I have videos, so I might as well just go all the way back. And once you pick that, you will see a graph, and you will see that you have 5 choices. You start off with Overview, which is where you already are. Then you have Reach, Engagement, Audience, and Revenue. Now, I ain't got no revenue. Actually, I used to when YouTube didn't necessarily say that you had to have so many subscribers and so many hours of views. But who cares? I haven't had that for over a year, so I totally left that out. But you go through and you look through all the different things, and you come across the information that you decide you want to know. So here's what my information says, and it's very interesting. So my audience is 86% male. I don't know why I didn't expect that. I thought it would be closer to 50-50, but it's not. 86% male. So that's interesting. My audience is also 36% 25 to 34 and 35% 55 to 64. So I'm missing that group in the middle, but that's okay. Because the reality is the group I'm actually shooting for is the 25 to 34 and the 55 to 64. You're talking about taking care of your parents. Well, it ain't 20-year-olds who are doing that. There's some 40-year-olds, but in general, it's folks who are 55 to 64. Because now we have parents who, for the most part, are older and they really need more care. Whereas if you're in your 40s, your parents may still be in the 60s, that's still relatively healthy. There are outliers, of course, but there you go. And so I thought, well, that's a nice mix. So, I don't know why I don't have that other group, but that's okay. 71% of my viewers are from the United States. Well, that kind of makes sense. I don't think I do many videos that are worldwide. Some of the topics I discuss could be for anything. When I tell a story, it could be, almost anywhere. But 71% United States, that's not a bad figure. That's actually very good. It's totally different with my blog, by the way, which is very interesting. My I'm Just Sharing blog, where it's neck and neck, but slightly India. I have more people from India who visit my blog than people in the United States. Go figure. I don't know how that happens, but it's something. Anyway, I have 53.6% of the people who find me by Google search. That's interesting. They can't be finding tons of my stuff that way, but most probably it's the review that I did between Verizon and Fios, and back then it was Time Warner. Now it depends on what area of the country you're in. In my area, it's Spectrum. But it's probably because people like to see those reviews before they make a switch. So most probably it's that. And remember, if the last time I did a video talking about my analytics, I mentioned that 2 of my videos basically have more visitors and views than all the others combined, which is it's a shame. But that's how it is. Now, this is one of my first troubling things, is that only 28.2% of my videos show up in the YouTube recommended area. You know how you watch a video or you go to a channel and you see all those other videos on the right? Well, only 28.2. I wish that was higher. It'd be nice if that was around 40% because I would probably get more subscribers that way. Because that's how that is. You know, the more people, that's what I do. I'm on a channel, and usually either before I watch the video or just after it, I look through all the videos on the right to see if there's anything else there that I might want to watch or put into my, watch later list. So that's a little disturbing. Out of my playlists, the ones that I did interviews is my biggest, 34%. And it's probably because I promote those interviews at least once a month, whereas all my other videos, I have a list of them that I promote, but it may take me 4 months to get back to promoting another video because I'm promoting everything else. But if I'm doing the interviews once a month and it's on a Saturday and Sunday, and it may take me 2 weeks, but still I promote those often. So maybe that's why. And for once, the people who I interview, actually some of those people go and share those videos as well. I've always said that with blogging, if you get interviewed, or if you write a guest post on someone else's blog, you need to promote that. The owner just might not do it. If it's about you, you need to promote it. Every time I'm interviewed, or I've been interviewed, I promote those things. I wrote a blog post the other day on my I'm Just Sharing, where I did a search on Google, and I found an interview that I did with a guy back in 2011. So I thought that was interesting, because I totally forgot about it. I hate to admit it, but I had. And then here's the last one. And this is also a little disturbing. The non-subscribed people are 94.5%. That basically says that out of the other 5.5%, I don't get as many views from people who are subscribed as from people who are unsubscribed. Now, that might sound like a good thing because you're going to sit back and say, oh, that means I've got a whole bunch of people out there who might subscribe. No, that's what you would hope. Because you would hope that that number goes down and another number grows. You'd like to have repeat viewers. I don't have a bunch of that. I mean, what am I, 484 now? And it's the same folks who are always commenting. I've never gotten, well, except for those 2 videos I keep talking about way back when, but I always get almost always the same people. I appreciate y'all, by the way, so I'm not fussing. I love that I've got you guys. But it'd be nice to have a few more. I ain't gonna lie. So anyway, those are my analytics. So it says, okay, what would I want to change? Well, I'd like to increase subscribers, which means I need that non-subscriber list to go down. I need to have these videos to reach a whole bunch of people, but compel more people to subscribe. Get that number down. It'd be nice to get it down to maybe 90% or 85%. I can live with 10 or 15% of the people who are coming back to watch my videos. Yeah, I can live with that. I'm not greedy. Maybe if there's something there, they may say to someone, hey, you ought to check this out. That would be nice. And the 28.2 of the YouTube recommended, I'd like to get that up to 40%. How do I do it? I ain't got no idea. And I say that as someone who watches a lot of videos on YouTube where it talks about how to gain subscribers. And you know what they say? Pick a niche and write about that niche. Do the research and see what you're putting out there that people are actually watching, and then do more of that. I talked about that in the other video. I don't want to do a lot of reviews. I'm going to do some. I've got some ideas for a couple other things also. But in general, that's just not really my thing. Now, I mean, do I need to do a review on a flashlight? By the way, very nice flashlight, very heavy, husky. I love this thing. But I am not going to do a review on a flashlight. It's a flashlight. I have to think about that. Anyway, that's mine. If you've got something, if you want to take a look at yours, let me know what yours show. And let me know what you would like to see for your website or your YouTube channel. My name is Mitch Mitchell. I'm hot. So I'm going to stop. I hope y'all have a wonderful week. And I hope you're taking care of yourselves and your family members. And that you're taking what's going on in the world right now very seriously. Y'all take care.